Stay with us. There is need for adequate implementation of national policy on aging for older persons to guarantee their security, independence, comprehensive care and dignity. This came to fore at the commemoration of the 2024 International Day of Older Persons held in Osun State. Senior reporter ReliosHarmony reports.
A common threshold of older persons is 60 or 65 years old, and the global share of the population is projected to increase from approximately 10% to 17% by 2050, according to the United Nations. In Nigeria, the population of the older persons is estimated to be around 10 million, and a continuous increase is projected as a developing country. Here in Osun State, these older persons were gathered at the Jesha Geriatric Center to be celebrated in commemoration of the day. One after another, they were attended to by medical personnel. The guest speaker, Ibrahim Bello, speaks on the theme for this year's commemoration, Aging with Dignity, the importance of strengthening care and support system for older persons worldwide.
We want the government to focus on the care of the elderly because they have special needs. They are people living with chronic long-term conditions like hypertension, diabetes, osteoarthritis, heart disease, dementia, and other debilitating conditions. So they need personalized care. The government needs to establish special centers across the country and staffed with people who are skilled to manage this elderly condition of these elderly people.
I believe that with the health insurance scheme that was launched by Ijesha Community Development Assembly under the leadership of Asiwaju Yinka Fasoye, this will go a long way to empower more people to visit here. The facilities are actually underutilized.
The senior citizens also used this event to honor some distinguished individuals, including Asiwaju of Ijesha Land, Yinka Fasoye, for their efforts, especially with the registration of older persons for health insurance scheme free of charge.
The Jesha Geriatric Center, put in place through communal efforts, has been taking care of older persons for more than 2 years, and other communities are encouraged to do same to aid longevity of life of the older persons. They expect a situation when life expectancy will increase in the country from 60 to above 70. ReliosHarmony, TVC News, Elisha, Osun State.
And now more than ever, there is an urgent need to address the issues in the education sector, and that's including the systemic challenges faced by teachers. As teachers are being celebrated across the world, this foundation has addressed the need for an increase in salary as well as continuous training for these professionals. Nyoluwa Kubola has details in this report.
In many parts of the world, teachers are too few, classrooms are too crowded, and teachers are overworked, demotivated, and unsupported. But the theme for this year is valuing teachers' voices towards a new social contract for education, has highlighted the pivotal role teachers play in shaping the future by nurturing students and driving education progress. This foundation is now taking it a step further to educate teachers on how to effectively contribute to the education sector by self-development and various teaching skills.
It's important that teachers present themselves as leaders. As much as they are educators, we know that children look at their teachers as mentors. I always say that teachers are mentors, which is why they must always set the pace. So for us, like I said at Regalo, leadership is very important to us. It's there to us, and it's not just being enough that you're a leader. You need to be an empathetic leader.
Children are coming from different backgrounds, students are coming from different backgrounds, and how you relate with them is dependent on how they've been, raised up. Coming down to a low-income school or a low-income setting, you must first maybe in that community they don't even understand English, say for example. So you must be able to get maybe someone who can interpret, just use the little things that the students can identify or things that they can resonate with to be able to pass across your message while teaching.
And you want to get people's opinion.
Some of the major challenges are poor salary structure for teachers and lack of digital literacy, which these keynote speakers say should be reevaluated.
Let's go to the root cause. What is making our learners not to learn the right things? It's sad, and it's a reality that teachers are earning below 15,000, 10,000, and you expect them to work every day of the week. And these, I mean, the quality of the teacher you have will determine the quality of the learner eventually.
If you ask a child today, do you want to teach? The child will say no. Why? Maybe they won't even give you a reason. They'll just tell you they don't like teaching because teachers are not recognized now.
And that is the United States.
This may also set a benchmark regarding the rights and responsibilities of teachers for their education and learning conditions. Inioluwa Popola, TVC News, Lagos.
And to other stories, senior Nigeria Immigration Service officers have been trained on leadership and emotional intelligence skills for enhanced, efficient service delivery. The training was organized by the Global Transport Policy Training Academy, GTP, in Lagos. The chief consultant of GTP, Shegun Musa, said the gesture was part of his academy's efforts to improve on the image of Nigeria globally. According to Musa, the immigration officer's desk, being the first point of contact by visitors coming to the country, is expected to exude the best possible leadership skills before visitors.
Leadership training is going to be of a great importance to immigration department because we need all the skills, that
knowledge and capacity that would make them to be top-notch in the global world.
To revitalize Nigeria's oil and mining sectors, a cross-section of professionals have called on the federal government to replace inexperienced decision makers with seasoned experts to tackle long-standing challenges in both industries. This formed the basis of discussion at an annual lecture held at the University of Ibadan, meant to provide solutions to the age-long challenges facing the oil and mining sector. Speaking at the event, the president of the Nigerian Mining and Geosciences Society, Akinade Olatunji, said Nigeria at this point must strive to get rid of novices and replace them with those who can lead the industry in the right direction.
We need to also have the necessary pool of expertise that we're going to feed the industry. So it's about time there is a policy that's going to be built around that, so that we don't have a situation where this current crop of our leaders will be having the appropriate set of people to run this.
I can't do your job. I can't do his job. There's special skills that are required to do literally everything. But you discover that today, the standards are falling. People are not there. We can't. How many journalists can you find today of repute? How many cameramen of repute can you? You know, it's a very serious national problem that nobody is addressing.
So one of the big takeaways of this is the program and the plans, even by these independents, to see that the capacity hiatus is closed up. So and those strategies were discussed today, and it's very encouraging. Training centers, collaborations with universities, specialized programs, and funding from these independents who are going to take over from the Shell.
The Christian Association of Nigeria, Kebbi State Chapter, alongside a delegation of elderly women, youth, Igbo and Yoruba community leaders from the 21 local government areas, has paid a courtesy visit to Governor Nasiru Idris on his victory at the polls, and offered prayers and advice on inclusive governance. The CAN chairman in Kebbi State, Reverend Ayuba Kanta, commended the governor for his commitment to religious harmony in the state. He also requested more directors' positions in the Ministry of Religious Affairs, creation of burial grounds for Christians, construction of CAN Secretariat, and payment of pilgrimage to Jerusalem.
One of the demands or the challenges that the Christian community in Kebbi State have been bedeviled with, one is the issue of burial ground, which outrightly His Excellency has addressed. And secondly, the issue of State CAN Secretariat building, which is almost at the roofing level. He has also taken responsibility to complete the work. And also other issues like social welfare packages that are given to Christians and Muslims during their respective festive periods.
Government has started implementing the dividend of democracy, which the leadership of CAN has acknowledged. And they have made some demands from the Kebbi State government, which the government of Kebbi State graciously approved some of their demands.